Very good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, all the students and parents who have joined me today. First of all, a very happy new year to all of you. We have entered into 2022, and I wish for you and your families, it should certainly be a great year for all of us, and certainly better than what we had in 2020 and 2021. The last 2 years have been difficult for all of us, and particularly those in higher education, in universities, having campuses empty without students, without faculty members is a painful thing to see. So I'm very hopeful 2022 brings a full campus, brings new life to our higher education system and universities. This webinar is the first webinar for 2022 admissions. And it was needed because on 15th of January, our first LSAT test is going to happen. Now, LSAT India test, or for that matter, any entrance test in India, has always been one test in a year kind of process. Never in our country, universities or higher education institutions have explored conducting multiple exams or giving more than one opportunity to students to take entrance exams. So, for example, if you are taking, say, an entrance exam on a particular date at a particular time, those 2 hours or 3 hours determine in a way your future, where you are going to study. If by any reason you miss those 2 hours, if you are not at your best, or if you get unwell, or somehow you simply could not deliver your best in that entrance exam, you lost your chance that particular year, and the only way was to appear for the entrance exam next year. So at Jindal Global Law School, we are very, very happy, and I'm extremely proud of this decision of our Vice Chancellor, and supported by the Law School Admission Council, LSAC Global in India, to organize LSAT India test more than once. So last year we organized the test twice, and it was a great success. A lot of students could take the test before their board exams, and some of them already secured admission. They qualified the test, got admission offers, got a confirmed admission in the law school even before they could take their 12th exam. And of course, every admission in universities are conditional or provisional admissions. They are confirmed once you get your documents, that means class 12th mark sheet or your undergraduate degree verified, and your classes get started. So I believe providing this opportunity of taking entrance exam twice is a great decision in the field of university admissions, in the field of law school admissions. And I'm very delighted to see even the CLAT committee, the common law admission test, another most important entrance exam of the country for law schools, has announced that they are going to have 2 CLAT exams from next academic year. If I remember correctly, they had announced one in December 2022 for the 23 batch. But for us, this year we are going to have our first LSAT exam on 15th of January. And of course, the second LSAT test will be organized in the month of May. Now, all the students who have registered for the test and going to take the test on 15th of May, I am here just to wish you all the very best. and also to encourage you to prepare for the exam in a, I will say, in a professional way. Give some time solving actual question papers, give some time giving actual sample questions, actual questions of LSAT paper, which are freely available on LSAT India website as well. Also try to solve some sample question papers which are now available on discoverlaw.in, our LSAT India website, where you can even buy some additional question papers in that, in what they call LSAC Law Prep course. So we are using LSAT India test since 2009, the very first year of Jindal Global Law School. Now the law school needs no introduction. The whole country and the whole world of higher education and legal education know JGLS as the prominent law school of the country and of this part in Asia. But in 2009, when nobody knew our law school and university, even then we decided to bring the LSAT, the LSAT India exam, and some 500 students took the test in the year 2009. In our first batch, which was some 100 students who joined us in 2009 batch and started their classes on 30th September 2009. The majority of them, almost all of them, were admitted through LSAT India test. And today, for us, LSAT India is the only gold standard when it comes to law school admissions. 100% of our admissions are done on the basis of LSAT India test when it comes to our 5-year law programs. The BA LLB Honors Program, the BB LLB Honors Program, the BCom LLB Honors Program. We have 3 5-year integrated law degree programs. And even when it comes to our 3-year LLB Honors degree offered after undergraduate qualification, LSAT India remains the most important test. We intend to fill all our seats through the LSAT India test. I have started getting questions from the students. I'm very happy about it. I'm going to take all your questions one by one. So it's why I believe this webinar is important, and particularly the idea of more than one entrance exam is important, because you should be getting, the students should be getting more than one opportunity. Making students take only one entrance exam is putting a lot of unnecessary pressure also on the minds of students. And if anyhow the exam goes bad, they do not have any chance to improve, any chance to better it within the same academic year. You have to wait for one full year. And this was the situation even with our law school. Till the year 2020, if LSAT India test happened only once. So if you miss that test, that means there is no admission at Jindal Global Law School. Only way to take admission was to wait for a year and take the test again next year. Now, with the January test in place, you have 2 options, you have 2 opportunities. So I'm very delighted about it. From the student's point of view, it's a great benefit, it's a great advantage when it comes to those students who have clarity in their minds to study at Jindal Global Law School. Because more than ever, today a large number of students are choosing JGLS as their first choice to study law. I have a lot of students, in 2021 and even 2020, these COVID years, and even before that, I have met who did not even appear in other entrance exams. They were so clear in their minds that they want to come and study law at Jindal Global Law School only. And though I do not encourage this idea because it's in best interest of students to take as many entrance exams as you can, because it's important to create as many opportunities uh, possible. At the same time, I appreciate the keenness and interest and I will say passion of those students who have that clarity that they want to come and study at Jindal. And trust me, spending 5 years on our campus or even 3 years on our campus in the 3-year LLB program or 3-year undergraduate BA honors degree program is truly transformational. I have seen young students, young minds who are coming at the age of say 17 or 18 and after their first degree, transforming them to another level, exploring not just India and Indian legal and judicial systems, but exploring the whole world of higher education, of judiciary, of legal practice, of legal profession, of even exploring the legal jurisdictions of various other countries. Today, our graduates are present in the United States, in various states in the US. They are present in Canada, they are present in Australia, in China, in UAE, a lot of them in the UK, and almost all over the world. And many of them qualified lawyers in different other jurisdictions. Every day I come to know about some student qualifying the New York bar exam or California bar exam, or the becoming a member in the Ontario bar in Canada, or becoming a member in the Australian bar council in Melbourne or Sydney, or even becoming lawyers in China and UAE, and many of them becoming qualified solicitors and lawyers in the UK. One of our alumni has recently set up his own law firm in the UK, and many of them working in different international law firm offices. So this transformation, which is the primary job of a university or a law school or any higher education institution, the transformation of a young mind of an individual from being, say, someone who is just a school pass out and joining an institution for first degree, first time in a way experiencing their becoming an adult individual responsible for themselves, is something which I believe in the campus of Jindal Global Law School and OP Jindal Global University has been phenomenal over the years. And last year I did a lot of Young Scholars Colloquium, what we call JGLS Young Scholars Colloquium, bringing a lot of our alumni and students in one forum. We are going to resume that this year as well. And all of you will receive invitations to join that. It was a mind-opening experience for me to experience my own alumni, the students whom I had seen growing up on our campus and maturing as capable professionals, running successful legal practice, working in top law firms in the world, practicing as independent lawyers, and even becoming academic and scholars in various fields. So now I will like to encourage all the students who have registered for the LSAT India January test to not miss the exam. I understand some of you would be preparing for your class 12 boards as well. It's a little tightrope walking when you prepare for 12 boards and then you have an entrance test in between. But I must tell you, LSAT India is a different exam. Those who have gone through the question papers, the actual LSAT papers, you can download for free on LSAT India website. You can realize it doesn't need any past knowledge or any cramming of facts or data or any knowledge-based questions. It's a test of logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, and reading comprehension, which you practice once you have that analytical bent of mind and you understand the methodology of solving these kind of reasoning and reading comprehension questions. Even 1 week of preparation or 15 days of preparation can work wonders. Even understanding the question paper thoroughly will help you a lot in securing a good percentile score if you have that right kind of analytical bent of mind and good language skills. Whereas, howsoever you prepare, but if you are not logical and analytical in your thinking, and if your language skills are not good, simply if you are not good in English, particularly your comprehension skills, your ability to read long passages and draw inferences, draw conclusions, answer questions based on that, howsoever preparation you do, that may not be useful. So all the students who have registered for LSAT India test, they must not miss the test. They must take the test on 15th of January. I want 100% of the students who have registered for the exam must take the test. Now, the second category of students I want to address. Mridula Murli is asking a question. I will come to all your questions one by one. So the second category of students whom I want to address is those who have not registered for the test, either thinking that they are taking other exams, like say CLAT or other tests, and they will be good enough, or they are thinking they will only take the May exam. They do not worry about the January exam. They are confident that they will qualify the May exam and secure admission offer. So there is no need to take January exam and bother themselves. I must tell you, there are reasons why I'm a big supporter that any genuine aspirant to our law school must take the first test. It's not just the first mover's advantage in terms of securing admission, but also the scholarships which are available at the law school. This year, more than 350 scholarships we are going to award in the law school, ranging from 10% of tuition fee up to 50% of tuition fee. And even I have proposed 15 scholarships of 100% tuition fee in various programs of our law school. So once the scholarship policy will be ready, it will be made available, certainly before your LSAT India exam, LSAT India results. But there will be students selected purely on LSAT India merit who will secure scholarships to study at JGLS at a much reduced cost. So LSAT India is not just the admission test, but it's also a scholarship test for those students who otherwise may not afford to study at Jindal Global Law School. And therefore, you get two chances to appear for not just admission, but also for a scholarship, because the higher of your score will be considered to award a scholarship after the May exam. So in January exam, if you get only, so Guneet, I will be coming to all your questions. If you do not qualify for a scholarship, for example, this year our cutoff to receive a scholarship in the 5-year law program was 94 percentile. Now, any student less than 94 percentile in LSAT India exam was not eligible to receive a scholarship. But suppose you secured 80 percentile in the first test, you secured admission, but you got a 97 percentile in the second test, you certainly qualified for a scholarship through the second test score. So in a way, you get two chances if a scholarship is on your mind. Suppose I am not interested in a scholarship because there is a parental income limit criteria in our scholarship system, where if the parental income is more than 30 lakh rupees in terms of income tax returns or Form 16 or any income certificate, the students may be awarded a certificate of merit, but they cannot receive the financial benefits of a scholarship because the university believes those students can afford the cost on their own. And a scholarship should go to those students who otherwise may not afford. So a parental income limit criteria, suppose you are not eligible for that, then the first test itself, you can secure admission, and you are secured for the entire year in a way, taking your 12 board exams. Uh, I mean, uh, even a student may choose not to take any other entrance exam if that is not on your mind. If you have absolute clarity that you want to study at JGLS, you can be free from any entrance test, coaching, preparation, taking mocks and all those stuff in the month of January itself. And then you can take your 12 boards, you can plan your joining the university, which will happen only on 1st of August 2022. So I will now come to the questions posted by all of you. And certainly there are some interesting questions I could see. There is one question where a student is asking about our CLAT exam, whether we accept CLAT or not. So I think I made it clear, and our law school doesn't accept CLAT or any other exam. We accept only LSAT India for the purpose of admission to 5-year law program or 3-year LLB program, or even LLM program. LSAT India remains the main entrance exam. In 3-year LLB and LLM, we utilize other entrance exam scores as well. But in 5-year law program, the number of applications are large, and we do not use any other test. Now, some student is asking about what is JSAT test. So JSAT, or what we call Jindal Scholastic Aptitude Test, very few people know the full form of JSAT. So JSAT test is actually the entrance exam for all other undergraduate programs of the university, all the programs other than 5-year law programs. So if you want to study BA Economics, you want to do a BCom honors, if you want to do a BBA honors degree, you want to do BA in human rights, a BA in gender studies, a BA in criminology and criminal justice. These are the 3 new BA honors program at law school. You have to take the JSAT law or JSAT test. So JSAT is a test for all programs other than 5-year law program, where we admit students only on the basis of LSAT India test. Now I will come to the next question. There are quite a few questions asked by students, and any tips on how to ace these law exams and get secured admission at JGLS? So I should say the only tips which I can give you is understand the question paper. There is a lot of good quality materials available now, unlike past when there was very limited information, limited guidance available for LSAT India exam. Today, you have a lot of material on LSAT India website itself. You have free question papers, sample questions and answers. You have a PED LSAT India test materials, what they call LSAC Law Prep. You can purchase that if you need. A lot of test prep institutes are now providing dedicated classes and training and coaching for the LSAT India exam. Apart from that, there are free resources available even on Khan Academy website, where it provides a lot of videos and materials to prepare for the exam. So there is enough material available. You have to prioritize your own schedule, your own scheme of things, and prepare for the exam well. JSAT for LLM admission, I'm happy there is an anonymous query about, so for LLM program, we use not just LSAT India test, but we also use JSAT law or even CLAT PG, or even Delhi University LLM entrance exam. So LLM admission, it's a postgraduate program, and the number of takers in the LSAT India test for LLM is not a large pool. So to get good talent, we rely on other exams as well. At the same time, I must say, if all our seats get filled through LSAT, we might not use any other exam. So JSAT law is, or JSAT is a continuous exam which happens throughout the year. And it's also a test of reasoning, logical and analytical reasoning and reading comprehension. But it's applicable only to LLM or the 3-year BA honors program, but not applicable to 5-year law program. You can register for JSAT exam anytime, any day, and take the test as per, it's happens throughout the year. Now, Amit has asked 2 important questions. One is the weightage of board results for admission. Now, the first thing you should understand, class 12 boards are important, but from law school admission perspective, it's not much relevant till you secure 45% marks in class 12, because law schools admission as well as the entire legal education in the country is governed by Bar Council of India rules. And the Bar Council of India rules lays down the provision for admission, which provides you should have 45% marks in class 12th exam for 5-year law degree, and you should have 45% marks for in undergraduate exam, undergraduate degree exam for 3-year LLB degree. So the basic eligibility is 45% in qualifying exam, either class 12 or undergraduate degree. But admission is not based on that. Even if you have a 99% marks in class 12, it makes no difference vis-a-vis someone who has got 45%, because admission will be based on entrance exam. So what percentile score you secure in LSAT India test, or for that matter, CLAT exam, what marks, what rank you secure, that determines your admission prospect. So class 12 marks in a way has no role till you secure 45%. Of course, if you have 44.9% in class 12, you cannot study law. You have no option, because Bar Council of India rules prohibit it. You should have a minimum 45% marks. Now, the second question from Amit Khurana is the cutoff expected for LSAT. I must say, you should try to secure highest percentile score possible, which is 99.99 percentile. But at minimum level, we have admitted a student above 60 percentile score in our 5-year law program for last 4-5 years. To be on a safer side, you must aspire a minimum 70 to 75 percentile score. But it all depends how many students actually take the test and also accept the offer of admission once issued. In my view, any aspirant, any student should aim at least a 75 percentile score to be on a safer side when it comes to admission. If you want to aim a scholarship, you should be aiming for a minimum 95 percentile score, and you should be in top 5% of test takers. So again, there is an anonymous attendee asking, sir, is there any other way to get admission? Very interesting, apart from LSAT India. So my dear friend, I must tell you, there is no other way. Nobody can get a student admitted in Jindal Global Law School except the student himself or herself, except your performance in entrance exam. We do not have a management quota. We do not have NRI quota. We do not have a foreign national quota. We do not have any quota for that matter. You may get admission in other law schools which take some extra fee and admit you if you are an NRI category or NRI sponsored category, or if you are a foreign national. But in Jindal Global Law School, all students are absolutely equal. The fee charge is absolutely equal, whether you are a citizen from India or from UK or Australia. We received applications last year from 17 different countries other than India. We do not differentiate, we do not discriminate. All students are absolutely equal. All are admitted. 100% of the students who are studying now in 2021 or 2020 or previous batches, they are admitted only through LSAT India exam, particularly in our 5-year law program. A good score to get into 3-year LLB. In 3-year LLB program, 50 percentile marks in LSAT has been a standard cutoff for the first list of admission in our system. So a 60 percentile, if you are getting, you should be considered. I mean, that is a safe score you can aim for. But I must say, 3-year LLB program is very special. A lot of students who join Jindal actually apply only to Jindal. A lot of them come from leading foreign universities. Someone graduating from University of Toronto, or graduating from a lot of universities in Boston, from University of Massachusetts, University College, this Boston University in Boston, or Boston College in Boston. There are many institutions. We have received students from the US. There have been graduates from a lot of universities in the UK, graduates from even Cambridge and King's College London and University College London, Queen Mary University London, a lot of graduates from Durham University, from Leeds University. They have got their first degree there and then come to study LLB, the 3-year LLB at Jindal. They generally have their first and only choice in India to study law at JGLS. And therefore, for 3-year LLB program, in India also, it's every leading degree college in the country, be it Stephen or LSR or SRCC in Delhi University, or be it Loyola College Madras or St. Xavier's in Mumbai or St. Xavier's in Kolkata. All the leading institutions, the graduates come to study 3-year LLB at Jindal. So you should be aiming to get as good a score. A minimum 60 percentile is something I will recommend for 3-year LLB. So, of course, there is another question. CLAT will not be counted for at all for JGLS admission. A scoring system. This is a very good question from Malvika Sethi. So, Malvika, we have on 15th exam, if we have 92 questions and be a scale from 480, can you please provide us with a scoring system? Very good question, Malvika. I should tell you, please do not get into this scoring system, this what they call a scaled score, because nobody knows. As a law school, we only receive the scorecard, the score sheet issued by Law School Admission Council, the LSAC. As a student, you only receive your question paper when you take the test and your result, which has a percentile score and a scaled score. Now, this scaling is very unique. They put every student who take the test in a score of 420 to 480. So suppose I take the exam and I do not answer a single question, I will be put in a score of 420 to 424. That could be the first scale. Now, I cannot think I have got 420 or 424 marks. It's just a scale they have created. And someone who solves all 92 questions correctly, let us hypothetically take this, and gets a 99.99 percentile or 100 percentile, in the exam, that person will get 480 and put in the scale of say 476 to 480. Generally, they have a scale of 4 marks each. Now, at no level, we can know how many questions we mark correct, what is the cutoff as such to get a particular percentile. So what we do as a law school, we do not get into this scaled score system. We simply follow the percentile system, which is easier, which is better, which is actually better to compare also students. If you get a 90 percentile, that simply means you are in top 10% of test takers. 90% of students are below you. So if our cutoff is say 80 percentile in the first list, what it was in 2021, last year our cutoff was 80 percentile score in the first list, and also in the first test. Everybody above 80 percentile will receive an offer of admission. And if you have 79.99, you have to wait for the next set of offers to get an offer of admission. So we only look into the percentile score. The other important thing about the scoring, I will say, unlike CLAT or many other exams, LSAT doesn't have a negative marking. There is no negative marking. So when you are taking LSAT, you must answer all the questions. Either you get positive marks or it could be 0. But there is a good chance. Nobody should leave questions unanswered, in my view. You may have a different strategy for other exams where you get a negative marking for wrong answers. So this is what I will say, Malvika, you should focus on solving more and more questions correctly. Now, somebody is asking about how to prepare for this analytical reasoning question in such a small span of time. So you have around, say, 10, 12 days from today onwards till 15th. The best way, in my view, is again, go back to actual question papers, look at all the analytical reasoning questions, start solving them. Refer to some of the solved questions you will find in the LSAT prep videos and materials. There are a lot of videos even posted on Jindal Global Law School YouTube channel by one of our former faculty, where you are taught to solve analytical reasoning question. You can go and refer to those videos even. A lot of material is available today for preparation of these LSAT type reasoning questions, be it analytical reasoning, be it logical reasoning, or be it even RC. So this 10 days, if you are going to solve some 5 full-length question papers of LSAT, if you are going to solve another 5 set of papers, sample questions, or you buy the LSAC law prep course, or even you consult some of your tutor or trainer, or if you are taking classes for preparation, a lot of students prepare with various coaching centers or other test prep teachers, you can take help from them. But I believe for LSAT India test, even self-preparation could be good if you are able to, say, be disciplined, concentrate on different type of reasoning questions, and do things, say, at least 4 or 5 hours a day, if you could provide now, and continue this till the date of exam. You can prepare for the test. It's just about getting the reasoning correctly, how to reason, how to, I will say, deduce, how to infer, how to draw inferences. If you learn that skills through a practice, through various practice questions and papers, you can solve any question based on that when it comes to actual exam. Now, raw score to get into JGLS, irrelevant, Ananya, you should focus on solving all the questions and getting highest percentile possible. Now I could see a lot of questions relating to a scholarship. Is there any scholarship available? How much scholarship I can get? There are a few questions so not just for BA LLB program, but some anonymous attendee is asking for all programs at Jindal Global Law School, be it the 5-year BA LLB, BBA LLB, and BCom LLB honors program, be it 3-year LLB program, be it the 1-year LLM program, or even our 3-year undergraduate degrees, which we were the first law school in India to offer a BA honors in legal studies. And now we are offering from this year a BA honors degree in human rights, a BA honors in gender studies, and a BA honors in criminology and criminal justice. In all these programs, there are scholarships ranging from 10% to 100% of tuition fee. Of course, the number of scholarships at 100% tuition fee will be lesser. It could be only, say, 15 scholarships, what we have planned as of now. You will be getting idea about the scholarship policy very soon. But there are scholarships of 50% tuition fee, 25% tuition fee, and 10% tuition fee, depending on what entrance exam score you secure, because every scholarship at Jindal Global Law School is a merit cum means scholarship. The means is determined by your parental income, which should be less than 30 lakh per year. And the merit is determined by your entrance test score. That is the LSAT India test when it comes to 5-year program. So if you get a 99.99 percentile in LSAT India test and your parental income is less than 30 lakh, you may get a 100% tuition fee in a scholarship because you are eligible from means point of view, and you are actually in the merit, you are on the top. So you should be taking the entrance exam seriously. That is one purpose of doing this webinar as well. A lot of students who fill the LSAT form, they are busy doing other things, including 12 boards, which are important, and they do not take the entrance exam seriously. A lot of them keep on preparing for CLAT and other exams and thinking that the same preparation will help them to get a good score in LSAT as well. I must say, every entrance exam is unique and different. So give some time, some focus, some disciplined study for this exam. Preksha is asking the same question. What percentile score we can get BA or BBA LLB? I will tell you the exact percentile score which we used in 2021. That means previous academic year. Our first cutoff was 80 percentile score, and all our BA LLB honors seats were filled above 80 percentile. Our second cutoff was 70 percentile score, and all the BBA LLB honors seats were filled above 70 percentile score. And our third cutoff and the last cutoff that time was 60 percentile score, and all the seats in the BCom LLB honors program were also filled. So 60 percentile has been the cutoff for admission to Jindal Global Law School in 5-year law program for last few years, for last 5 years, I will say, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. If I remember correctly, these 5 years, our cutoff was like that. Now in 2021, due to some UGC regulations and some refund requests coming later, the cutoff was reduced also. But to be on a safer side, as I told earlier, you should aspiring to get at least 75 percentile score, so that even if number of test takers rises, even if the cutoff increases, you secure your seat in the program. So Jayant is asking same question. I will say 75 percentile score should be your aim for 5-year law program. And trust me, BA LLB, BBA LLB, BCom LLB, all 3 5-year law programs are absolutely equal. They are all same. Hardly few papers, few courses vary in the first 2 years, but all law courses are same. All law courses are and all opportunities are exactly similar. So you should not worry about whether to choose this BA LLB or BBA LLB or BCom LLB. Whatever subjects you love to study, we provide a guidance note also at the time of issuing offer of admission. You should be choosing that. Now, another interesting question, are there scholarships for all 5 years or only first year? I must say, the scholarships given at the time of admission, it depends on you as a student, whether you want to get it continued for all 5 years or you want to receive only in the first year. In the first year, if you fail courses, if you are debarred on attendance ground from taking the exam, or if you are caught in an indisciplinary activity, if there is a DC, a disciplinary committee proceeding set up against you. So these are the 3 exceptions when a scholarship can be reduced or can be revoked. But the experience is, my experience and the university's experience is, 90% of students who receive a scholarship in the first year, they continue receiving it all 5 years or all 3 years of their study. They maintain it. But there are 10% of students whose scholarships get revoked or reduced because of either their academic performance, they are failing in their courses, or getting debarred on attendance grounds, or getting punished, getting a part of the disciplinary committee proceedings. There is no interview. I'm looking at a question from Garv. There is no interview in any of the programs in the admission process at Jindal Global Law School. I think most of the law schools in the country, the good law schools, they all trust entrance exam marks only. Like even National Law School Bangalore, CLAT marks or CLAT performance suffices for admission. Likewise, LSAT India is the test. Only LSAT India test is the basis. We do not have any GD, any PI, any other requirement. Now there are a few questions about timing of the test. There are a few questions about what to do on the date of the test on 15th. Trust me, I am as external and alien to the test as you, the student. We as a university are not involved at all in the entrance exam. LSAC is a, I will say, very prestigious international body. They are headquartered in Pennsylvania in the US. They are called Law School Admission Council. They have a team of question paper setters and psychologists and scholars who work in this field. Everything is done by them. We only get a scores. We only get your performance, which we use for issuing offers of admission. So trust the emails which are coming from the LSAT India team. Trust the communication which you are receiving directly from the team of LSAC Global, the team of LSAT India management. They keep on sending you emails. What I understand, they have already started giving you schedule of exam, how you can book your slots and all those things. Riti is asking about the percentile for LLM program. LLM and LLB are similar programs. A 50 percentile above a score is good for admission to both the programs. Now, this is a very good question from Mridula Murli. Should we register for the Jindal Global Law School application now or after the entrance exam? You can do it anytime. You please understand the basis of giving admission. The admission decision is not based on your application to Jindal Global Law School. It is based on your performance in entrance exam. So entrance exam is the basis. Your first and most important duty is to fill the LSAT India form, take the entrance exam seriously and get a good score. The JGLS application is a procedural requirement so that you have made a separate application to law school as well. That can be done anytime before you are selected for admission and you pay your fee. So that is not mandatory requirement to receive an offer of admission. When we issue offers of admission, say above a percentile called say 80 percentile above, we are issuing offers of admission to every student who has secured above 80. We do not see how many of them have submitted Jindal application form. Who has not submitted this form, they should not get an offer. It's not like that. Everybody who qualifies the LSAT India exam, the required cutoff determined by the admissions committee of Jindal Global Law School, they will receive an offer of admission. And you can pay the fee, you can secure your admission. You need to submit JGLS application as well before you making your fee payment. So there is no hurry in submitting your JGLS application form now. Jia Sarkar is asking, how is the LSAT India held? You need to explore it. It's an online test. It's a remote proctor test. I know a lot of students are actually not given their scores, or sometimes simply they are denied LSAT score, or in a way they are disqualified because they did not use the rules laid down by LSAC properly. So it's an online test, but fully proctored. Your entire session is captured. The video is recorded. You have to ensure following all the protocol. And this is another good question coming from Aryan Jadhav. So the faculty student ratio at Jindal. It's a very, very interesting question and very, I will say, important for a student or parent when they are choosing a law school or university. JGLS has one of the best faculty student ratio in the world, not just in India or Asia. Right now, we maintain a 1:9 faculty student ratio. That means for every 9 students, there is 1 faculty member. But when you study law in any program, it's your class, which is a class of 60 students who attend classes together in one section. And that is something regulated by Bar Council of India. But the faculty student ratio at our law school, in our university, is 1:9 as of now. Now I can see some questions from Sri Lakshmi about student exchange programs. There is a question about the IB board school students from Sarang. All important questions. I will try to answer as many questions possible in this session. You can also write some emails to the admissions team at Jindal Global Law School. And if some of my team members are part of this panel, I will ask them to even provide you answers here. But first, Sarang, there is no issues with IBGP students or Cambridge students. They are unlike CBSE or ICSE, if you receive your result by July or August, 1st of August classes start for say 2022 batch. So till 31st July, you have to submit your class 12 mark sheet. The only thing we need is you should have passed class 12th exam with 45% marks as per Bar Council of India rules. So in IBDP, the grades you receive, we do an equivalence process, and it's the diploma which is accepted and not certificate. So you should have got the proper IB diploma, which is equivalent to class 12 of CBSE or ICSE. But we admit a large number of students every year in our, say in the 5-year law program, there could be a minimum, say 100 students belonging to IB and Cambridge boards. So it's not just CBSE or ICSE or other boards, a lot of them. So it won't be a problem for you. And regarding the exchange program question, Sri Lakshmi, I should tell you, there are 3 ways in which we provide education abroad opportunities at our law school. One of them is the student exchange program. We have tied up with some 300 universities in the world. Some 100 of them accept our students for semester exchange, where our students who are selected, they go for 1 semester in a partner university. And this selection is based purely on your academic merit and of course your interest and eligibility to go. And our students have done semester exchange in world's prestigious universities, even in Cornell and Columbia and Indiana University, Bloomington, and universities, a lot of them in Canada, in Queen's University, in Osgoode Hall, in universities in Australia, in the UK, in Singapore, all over. But it's a competitive process. There are limited student exchange opportunities every year, though we have sent more than 200 students in student exchange programs in last few years. But this is something where you have to be academically meritorious and qualifying for this exchange opportunity. You don't pay any fee for studying that semester in a partner university. You pay fee only to Jindal. You just need to organize your stay and your tickets, your air travel to that particular university, that particular country. But there are 2 more opportunities which are open to all the students of JGLS. One is the short-term study abroad programs, which are our winter schools and summer schools, which we have with Oxford University, with Harvard University, with Columbia University, which we also have with the Fletcher School of Tufts University in the US. We have one with the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. We have quite a few summer school and winter school opportunities through an organization called Law School Global League, where JGLS is the only member from India. The partner institutions offer summer schools and winter schools for our students. So any student of JGLS can go for any of these summer school programs, which are all credit-based programs. You study, for example, if you go for Jindal Oxford Summer School, what we call JOSS. So only Jindal student, JGLS student are selected. They go to Oxford University, spend 3 weeks, taught by Oxford professors, and come back. The Somerville College in Oxford University hosts our students there. And it's an amazing, a very, very successful program. Sometimes some 60 or 100 students even go to Oxford University for this program. Now, COVID has actually stopped all these activities. We are hoping when the situation improves, we will resume all these collaborations and summer schools, winter schools. The third opportunity is dual degree program, where we have tied up with some of the best universities in the world, like Cornell University, the Cornell Law School, like Indiana University, Bloomington, University of Arizona, where after completing 4 years of your study in the 5-year law program, or 2 years of your study in the 3-year LLB program, you can move as an exchange student to a partner university for 2 more years. That means you can make it a 4+2. So 2 years you go to Cornell or Indiana, and you earn a dual degree, an American JD qualification, the Juris Doctor qualification, and you qualify as a lawyer in both the countries. So that is another opportunity. These three types of opportunities are available for students. And then there are other 5-6 kind of collaborations we have, which helps the university, their faculty members. There are joint conferences, joint seminars, joint teaching, even a lot of joint research. So a lot of activities with, I feel JGLS, one of the key and most important differentiators is our ability to engage with such a large number of international universities all over the world. So whatever is your aspiration, you want to go to China or Australia, you want to go to US or UK or Canada, you want to study in Singapore or Hong Kong, you want to even go to New Zealand or any other, I will say, foreign country, France for that matter, or Germany. We have a tie-up with Bucharest Law School in Germany. So some of the finest institutions we have tied up, and they all actually help our students becoming truly global lawyers and not just, studying law for domestic jurisdiction, what happens in most of the places. So that is why JGLS is a global law school. Now, someone has asked the raw score, I'm getting 70 out of 92. Is it enough to secure 70 percentile? Very difficult question, because 70 out of 92 marks could even become 99 percentile. We don't know. Nobody knows this. If all the students who took LSAT India test on 15th January, 70 is the highest marks secured by a student. 70 marks will become 99 percentile. So the only thing I could tell you is you should aspire to better your score with every practice test. If you are doing 70 questions out of 92 correct, I'm sure you should be securing admission at the law school, in my understanding. Do you recommend any books or websites to prepare for LSAT exam? Siddhika has asked this question. I should say, Siddhika, first and most important resource for LSAT India exam is the LSAT India website itself. Whatever it has to offer, the discoverlaw.in, the place where you register yourself for the exam, the place where you go for seeking any information. All the resources available there, you must explore, you must take that in full. That is the first rule. If you download the free question papers, free sample questions and answers, the videos, if you buy their materials, it's a comprehensive preparation material they provide themselves. The second book or website I will recommend could be Khan Academy website. You can even refer to the videos posted on Jindal Global Law School YouTube page. And you can even refer to some of the, there is a Kaplan Test Prep who publish a book for LSAT preparation. There is an Indian edition brought by Pearson publications earlier. You can check that. So that was a comprehensive LSAT guidebook, if you can find that. But otherwise, also a lot of online materials are available. This is another question from an anonymous attendee. When the campus is reopening, my dear friend, even I am very eager, like you, and like all our students, that campus should reopen as early as possible. On the part of university, administration, I can tell you, we were committed to open the campus on 1st of February. That means our semester starts on 1st February, the spring semester, and the fall semester 1st of August. We were committed on 1st of February for the second semester students. Unfortunately, I don't know what will be the situation after, say, 20 days, 25 days, because Haryana government on 1st of January, they have issued a circular, the Chief Secretary office, that we have to even not allow our staff more than 50% on campus. And there is an elaborate guidelines which are being issued. We don't know how this new variant is going to, create situation. But I must inform all the students, 1st of August 2022, when your batch will start, I'm very hopeful that it should be 100% residential, 100% on campus. I don't see because vaccination is almost 100% completed in not just our universities. Of course, we all are protected, taken both the shots of Covishield, and everybody is protected. But even the entire state of Haryana, and now the age is reduced from 18 to 15. I'm very hopeful every student who is coming to our university will have that protection, will have that vaccination done. So, and you have still many months to go. So I'm very sure by the month of July, we will have absolute clarity about it. So there is another good question. Is there any specific eligibility for this 4+2 dual degree program? First, you understand, it's not, we may call it 4+2, but in reality, it's like 5 years degree program. You study 4 years here, and then you are on an exchange to Cornell or Indiana or Arizona or many other institutions, Queen Mary University, London for that matter. So whatever you study that 1 year, the credits are transferred, and that becomes your 5-year law degree at JGLS. 1 more year you spend there and you earn. So you get an advanced entry in the JD degree. Of course, there is an eligibility for that. Not every student will be allowed to pursue that. The first and most important requirement is you should not have failed your courses in previous semesters. All your papers, all your courses, you should have passed, you should have qualified. And then there is certain CGPA requirement, certain grade requirement which need to be met. Because to study at Cornell Law School as advanced entry student, that means second year JD student, you should have a strong academic credential from Jindal Global Law School as well. It's not easy that Ivy League institutions like Cornell recognizing the credits, whatever academic performance you have at an Indian law school like us. They do not accept any other law school students this way. If you are studying in any other law school in the country, you have to complete 5 years, then you have to go and join there in the first year. That means if you want to earn both Indian law degree and an American JD degree, you have to spend 8 years, 5 years plus 3 years. And that is why studying at Jindal is simply the only choice for those students who want to become a truly international lawyer, who want to actually become multi-jurisdictional lawyer, who want to get a law degree from India as well as from the US, or you want to become lawyers qualified in different jurisdictions. There are many of our graduates who are qualified in multiple jurisdictions. One student I met who is qualified in 3 different countries. Some of them I have found an Indian lawyer also qualified in Canada. One Indian lawyer, one of our graduates recently I interacted she is qualified in India as well as Australia and New Zealand. There are graduates who are qualified in India and the US, India and Canada, UK and India, many such alumni of us. So if you are having that kind of aspirations, certainly you should think about studying at JGLS and taking full benefit of our academic collaborations. Now, another very important question coming, and that is actually an LLM question. Fellowships to study LLM program in India. I must tell you, LLM programs in our country, now they have become one-year program. When I did my own LLM at University of Delhi, it was either a 2-year full-time LLM program or even a 3-year LLM program, which was again a classroom program, but classes were offered in the evening time. Even today, University of Delhi follows the same pattern, but most of the institutions, almost all of the national law universities, all of the modern law schools which came up later, even institutions like Indian Law Institute, ILI, South Asian University in Delhi, they all have moved. I don't know about South Asian, but ILI certainly, and many central universities as well, they have moved to one-year LM program. And in one-year LM program, at Jindal, we have a scholarship system, but that scholarship doesn't cover your residential cost. Scholarship is available only on the tuition fee. So certainly the finest LM candidates may get even up to 100% of tuition fee in a scholarship. It was highest scholarship was 50% in 2021. So a scholarship policy varies. So you can study on a scholarship ranging from say 10% of tuition fee up to 100% of tuition fee, if you are meritorious enough to secure that. But if you choose to go to say many central universities, like say University of Delhi, the fee is a very, very small component of the cost involved. And certainly you do not need to ask for scholarships as such. The scholarships in Indian system are available through the Junior Research Fellowship, the GRF model, which are actually available for the PhD degree, not at the LLM level. However, some universities provide some research assistantship, some teaching assistantship, sometimes some special scholarship for LLM candidates. In our university, certainly I'm very sure some 30 or more students will get a scholarship to study the LLM program this year. So the only requirement is you should be performing very well the entrance exam in the LSAT India test. So I think our time is going to be up, and most of the questions I have already answered. I will encourage you all to write an email to Law School Admission Office if you have any more questions. And even plan a visit to the university whenever the situation normalizes. Sanket Pandey has asked few questions. How many students will be offered admission on the basis of the January test? Very good question. Now, January test has a lesser number of takers vis-a-vis the May test. So, as a rule, what we followed last year, 25% minimum to a maximum of 50% of seats are offered on the basis of the first test. And the remaining seats will be available on the basis of the May exam. So that is also one reason why I recommend the first test, because the chances of admissions are better vis-a-vis the May test, when the competition is much more And at same percentile, the students who are getting scores could be higher in number vis-a-vis those who are taking the January test. So those who have registered yourself, you should take the January test. There is another question about whether a BSc LLB is available. The answer is no. We don't have a BSc LLB degree, but I think we are happy about the three programs: the BA LLB Honors Program, the BBA LLB Honors Program, and the BCom LLB Honors Program, which we have. If you have interest in studying courses, law courses related to science stream, something like, say, cyber law or intellectual property or patent, we have actually a large faculty pool. We are actually the largest law faculty in the country. It's a 450 plus full-time faculty members who teach at Jindal Global Law School. So in every area, there is some 10 to 20 faculty members who are specialized, who have done research, who have published, who teach. So even if your aspiration is to pursue patent or IP law or cyber law or biotechnology and related laws, you will find professors and scholars and your mentors within the law school system. So Bhavya Nath is asking, do getting into BA LLB, BCom LLB, and BBA LLB also depend on LSAT score? Of course, yes. Because if you have a higher score, you will receive an offer of admission for all three programs. Now, suppose we don't know the BCom LLB honors seats are filled first. Then if there is a second list, it will be offered only for the remaining seats which are available maybe only in BBA LLB and BA LLB. There is a good chance all the BA LLB seats get filled first. Then the second list, only those, the offers will be issued only for BBA LLB and BCom LLB. So anyone getting higher score always has a better chance to choose whichever course. But the reality is all three courses, all three programs are absolutely identical, absolutely same. The opportunities are, ditto, same in three programs. There is no difference at all when it comes to law courses. So this is just a matter of nomenclature. We should not bother much about it. The only rule which I recommend to students to follow is choose the subjects, choose the courses which you love to study. Generally, students who have done commerce in class 11, 12, they are more comfortable choosing BCom LLB or BBA LLB. Those who have studied humanities or sciences, they are more comfortable in doing BA LLB. At the same time, this is not a standard rule. If you studied +2 commerce, but you do not like commerce anymore, you should choose a BA LLB or BBA LLB. You may not go for BCom LLB. At the same time, you have studied humanities in class 11, 12, and now you want to explore even studying business or management or business-related courses. You can think about a BBA LLB or even BCom LLB. This is another important question, then upper age limit in 3-year LLB. I must say, as of now, there is no upper age limit because the rule which was issued in this behalf was challenged in the court of law. I think it's lying still with the Supreme Court. So there is no upper age limit in 3-year LLB program. But at Jindal Global Law School, it's a fully residential program. So you have to stay in hostels where you have to share the hostel with other colleagues, other classmates. So generally, if I look at the class of 3-year LLB which joins us, the age group is a little higher than of course, it will be higher than 5-year law program. But I do not find any student who is, say, more than 25 years of age or say 30 years of age. 30 is the highest slab given by Bar Council of India for 3-year LB program. But requirement at Jindal, it's a fully residential program. So you have to join the university halls of residence, university hostel, and which are all on sharing basis. So I think if any person who is comfortable in joining the university housing, sharing the hostel room with other friends, other batchmates, they can think of joining the program. University cannot put a bar if you qualify the entrance test and secure a seat on merit and ready to join the hostel. So it's all your right. So thank you so much, everyone. I can see there are a few more questions coming. But I feel I have answered most of the questions. We all have a lot of time available. How many seats are available in BA-LLB? So Malaika, we have 300 seats. We have 5 sections of 60 each. And the similar number of seats we have in BBA-LLB. So you just focus, you need only 1 seat, for that matter, any student. There is another good question. Can I take the May exam if I fail in January? First of all, nobody fails in a test like this where you get your score. It's another thing. Your percentile score may not be enough to receive an offer of admission from a particular law school, but that doesn't mean you failed the exam. I will say, because there are so many law colleges, you may not get an offer from Jindal Global Law School. Some other law school may offer you admission. That's not failing. There are other entrance exams as well. So you can certainly take the May exam. There is no bar at all on that. And that is the benefit of taking the January test, that you get 2 opportunities, you get 2 chances, which those students who are taking only May test will not be getting. So that is why this webinar, that is why this interaction with all of you, that those who have not filled the January exam, those who have not taken that decision, they must do it now. And it's always better to, write a competitive exam twice. So will we be able to access the recording of this meeting? I will say this session was streaming on YouTube channel of our university. So you may find the entire session live whenever you wish to see. Vasishta is asking about refund policy. That is something for the future. We generally refund 100% of the fee if you decide not to study at Jindal before a particular date. So if you choose to join on the basis of January exam, 100% of your fee will remain refundable till the May exam results come and students join on that basis, and there is a deadline given to you. Also, UGC rules prevail. We will see what are the rules applicable next year. But we refund 100% of the fee till a particular date, particularly before classes start. And we follow UGC rules in this matter. If you ask for refund after classes started or after a few months of classes, there is a chance you may not get any refund. It all depends when you are asking refund. You are given all information well in advance. The first term starts on 1st of August. And regarding Vasishta's question about JGLS application, you can fill it even after taking your LSAT exam. You can fill it even after getting your LSAT results. Thank you, Mridula. And I'm very happy you all attended it. You all stayed with me for almost, I mean, 90 minutes. Uh, we will meet again. And let me take this opportunity to also invite you and your families to our campus in Sonipat. Whenever you are traveling to Delhi, or otherwise you can plan your trip when the situation normalizes. Of course, maintaining full COVID protocol. This is not the right time to travel or to do that. But once you are free from the board exams, once the situation is conducive, we believe the way we are receiving reports, within 2 months or so, this new variant, which is rising now, may fall and ultimately subside. Because what I understand, in many of the places, including Haryana, the vaccination is almost 100% in many places, in our campus, for example. So we are going to beat this situation. Whenever it becomes conducive, please do visit the university. That's very, very important for students and parents to visit the campuses which you are choosing for, say, next 5 years. And I strongly believe you get only one opportunity to choose your undergraduate college, your undergraduate degree, and campus. So choosing the campus carefully is very, very important. And at least in the field of law and legal studies, I can tell you, JGLS is arguably one of the finest campuses, not just in India, but entire Asia. So only thing better, or I will say comparable, you can find in National University of Singapore, or maybe the Hong Kong University, or few Chinese universities. So you come and explore, and all the very best for your test on 15th. If our schedule permits, I will organize similar webinars again, and will be very happy to have you. Thank you, Vasista. Thank you, everyone who attended it, who was there, who has spent your, this afternoon, this evening with me. Thank you very much. All the best for your exam.